In the hospitality industry, there are so many nuances only well trained human agents can deal with.
How can businesses use AI to empower human agents, allowing them to focus on high value tasks while automating the routine ones?
Right, automation of this repetitive task helps our agents making more outbound calls and receive more inbound calls. So overall, the productivity has increased like a lot, right? And agents also feel that they are being upskilled in the process and learning something new and cutting edge, which was earlier not the case. I personally love the summary that Amazon gives for hundreds of reviews on a particular product, right? And it influences my buying decision, right?
Yeah.
Because it will give me a conclusive remark on how the customers feel about the product. So the idea of fully automating customer support does not work in hospitality industry.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of our podcast, Omind Pulse. I'm Robin Kundra, Head of Customer Success at Omind, and your guide through this exciting journey where we explore the ever evolving world of customer experience. Today, we'll be diving into how businesses are revolutionizing their CX strategies, and of course, how cutting edge technologies like AI are playing a massive role in shaping the future of customer service. With over 15 years of experience in customer success and digital transformation, I've had the privilege of working with a range of businesses from SMBs to large enterprises and have seen firsthand the power of AI in reshaping customer interactions. It's a passion of mine to drive strategic innovation, and that's exactly what this podcast is all about, bringing insights and stories to the forefront to accelerate CX transformation. We have a guest who is a trailblazer in hospitality tech. He's someone who has been at the forefront of integrating AI with customer experience to create seamless and personalized guest interactions. I'm thrilled to introduce Nikhil Kumar Pathak, the CTO of Brevistay. Nikhil, it's such a pleasure to have you join us today.
Thank you, Robin, for having me here. It's an absolute pleasure.
So, Nikhil has been instrumental in leading the technological transformation at Brevistay, helping to revolutionize the way we approach customer service with power of AI. So, today we are going to talk about something incredibly close to both of our hearts: AI and the human element in customer experience. Okay, so before we dive into today's topic, Nikhil, I would love for our listeners to hear a bit more about you and your journey. Could you share a little background on your role and how you have seen the CX landscape evolve?
Okay. So, Robin, I have been a hungry, restless kid all along, right? If I started working in a tech before even completing my engineering, right? I was in third year when I got a internship at KSOLs, and I only went to college when it was absolutely necessary for exam purposes, right? KSOLs was a small setup back then, but it has become a listed company now. So, back in like when the job was going very well, but in 2016, when my current CEO Pratik and I went for a Manali trip, we reached early and we could not get the check-in, right? And that is when he came up with the idea that to start this Brevistay.com and provide flexible check-in to everyone out there at whatever time of your choosing. And I started helping him out on the weekends, started building the product, and in 2018 I joined as a co-founder. So in 2016 to 18, a slew of apps entered the market because Jio had exploded the internet, right, in the country. We had Uber, Ola, Zomato, all these apps were there. But not a lot of customer service was there. It was still very primitive, right? Over the years, we at Brevistay have invested a lot of resources to ensure 24/7 customer support through our in-house center, right? But we are still facing a lot of challenges because of unique customers and circumstances.
Thank you, Nikhil. So now that we have heard about your incredible journey, so let's dive into the topic at hand: AI and the human element in customer experience. So we all have seen AI make its mark across various industry, but in hospitality, where personalized guest experiences are crucial, it's all about finding the right balance between automation and the human touch. So, Nikhil, from your perspective, how do you envision that balance? How can AI enhance guest interactions without losing the warmth and personal connection?
Okay. So, Robin, in my experience, AI has turned out to be a great assistant, which has helped us in fine tuning our customer interactions. I'll explain it by simple examples. A customer support team gets hundreds of calls on daily basis, and it is very difficult for our supervisor to barge all the calls for quality control.
Yeah.
Now we are looking to deploying an AI system which can barge all the calls, not just a subset of calls, but all the calls, do a sentiment analysis, tabulate the data for review, and our supervisor can then pick up those problematic calls and recommend corrective actions. So the personal connection or warmth of talking to a human being is not lost, and at the same time, the process is also getting efficient and better.
Thank you, Nikhil. So it's fascinating to hear how this balance is being shaped. But we know that for human agents to work effectively with AI, training plays a crucial role. This brings me to my next question. So, what role does training play in ensuring that human agents can collaborate effectively with AI tools, especially in sectors like hospitality?
Okay. So, Robin, first and foremost, we have to address this fear of jobs getting lost to AI, which is prevalent right now in the workforce.
Yeah.
In the hospitality industry, there are so many nuances only well-trained human agents can deal with, right? They can provide quick support. We have started creating a conducive environment where people are encouraged to explore AI tools and implement them wherever necessary. Training helps them in building confidence and appropriate usage of tools.
Okay, thank you, Nikhil. So, I understand that, training is absolutely key, but there is always a common concern with AI. People worry that it might replace jobs. However, we are seeing that AI can actually empower human agents rather than replace them. So, how can businesses use AI to empower human agents, allowing them to focus on high value tasks while automating the routine ones?
So I think most of the mundane tasks like report making, note taking, all of these have been automated a lot by AI and has released a lot of man hours for the core job. Right. Under the customer support, a primary task is to collect feedback and provide call support. Right. But for business purposes, audit purposes, we have to keep detailed notes of all interactions and subsequently make reviews and reports for all the reviews. Right. Automation of this repetitive task helps our agents making more outbound calls and receive more inbound calls. So overall, the productivity has increased like a lot, right? And agents also feel that they are being upskilled in the process and learning something new and cutting edge, which was earlier not the case.
That's great point, Nikhil. So AI as an enabler rather than a replacement is definitely the future. I truly believe in that. However, like with any new technology, there are challenges that come with AI integration. So, from your experience, what are some of the biggest challenges businesses face when try to integrate AI with human-led customer service?
So at Brevistay, we have observed that in a stress situation where a customer
Mhm.
needs support, and AI cannot be the first responder, right? It cannot be the first door that the customer knocks for support, right? Our only a human being can truly pacify another human being, right? We would like to share this learning with the industry at large. So the idea of fully automating customer support does not work in hospitality industry because of the nature of the industry, and the every situation is unique, right? For example, I've reached the hotel and I suddenly find the hotel is overbooked. Right. My blood is boiling and AI cannot be the first point of contact that I want to have at the point. Right. I will completely lose my temper, and it has happened, right? Because we call our banks and suddenly my card is blocked. I am not able to do a transaction. So I am sitting at some place where I want to swipe the card, but I'm not able to. And then someone at AI call agent takes a call and then keeps
Yeah.
asking me, what do you want to connect? So I cannot wait. I want someone to give me solution within minutes, especially in hospitality and
Yeah.
especially in our case.
No, no, I completely understand, and I can relate with what you just mentioned. And it's important to overcome those hurdles. But beyond customer interactions, AI also impacts employees directly, especially in terms of job satisfaction. So, how do you measure the impact of AI on employee satisfaction in customer-facing roles? So, have you seen any notable trends, whether in hospitality or other industries?
So AI has been great at automating mundane tasks, like I mentioned before. It helps in validating refunds. It is very good for feedback analysis. I personally love the summary that Amazon gives for hundreds of reviews on a particular product, right? And it influences my buying decision, right?
Yeah.
Because it will give me a conclusive remark on how the customers feel about the product, actual buying customers feel about the product, and they have been extremely useful for me particularly. And if possible, since we are already collecting a lot of written reviews from our customers, so if possible, we want to implement the same at brevistay.com. Coming to the point of measurement of AI on employee satisfaction, I would say that workplace has largely been receptive of AI technologies, but we have not conducted any study to measure it so far. Since you have brought it to my notice, I would love to explore it.
Sure, Nikhil. So, measuring impact on employees is crucial. But even with all this AI advancement, maintaining a human touch in customer interactions is still essential. So, what strategies can organizations use to maintain that personal human touch in AI driven interactions with customers?
So AI as a technology will remain assistive in nature, and the core job of ensuring customer satisfaction will remain with humans. The strategy is quite simple. Whatever process is designed, whichever tool is implemented, we have to make sure that it is under strict human supervision. Because no matter how advanced an AI is there will be always unique set of challenges which AI may not be able to overcome.
Yeah. So that's a great insight, Nikhil. Now I'm sure our listeners would love to hear a real world example. So could you share a specific example where AI enhanced the capabilities of human agents and made a noticeable difference in the overall customer experience? Any
So
any real example?
Yep. So a prominent use case that we have identified internally is that in customer support. The general perception is that AI will replace the call agent, but our finding is that customers quickly want to connect to a call agent instead of an AI agent because human agents understand the nuances better. The customer is also emotionally charged, and a human being is able to pacify him well. So AI intervention is not required at that level. We are not implementing AI at the calling level. On our chatbot and WhatsApps,
Mhm.
omni-channel AI is helping reduce agent workload by resolving general queries and hence increasing efficiency. This also keeps the call agent free to resolve the highest priority issues.
Great. So here, hearing these success stories is always inspiring. As we wrap up, I would love to shift gears and look forward the future. So, Nikhil, what trends do you see continuing to shape up customer experiences with AI, and what ethical considerations should companies keep in mind as they adopt these technologies?
Okay. So innovation is primarily driven, and along the way, it becomes very tempting to collate personal data and use it for monetization.
Yeah,
Right? Companies need multiple revenue streams, so they inevitably do it. As a best practice at Brevistay, we collect very little personal data for a valid booking, just your name, email, and mobile number.
sure.
So we have a strict policy of not sharing user data with anyone. And in a broader scheme of affairs, a strong value system will have to be internalized so that companies inhibit AI application for things like racial profiling, descent subjugation, and any other acts against liberty. I think I attended a Google workshop where they have created some strict principles and strict guardrails around the AI development. Couple of them are that they do not allow models, they do not support models which can do facial recognition. They do not allow AI, they do not give out the models of for medicinal use where
Okay.
a doctor or a practitioner is not present. So they will only allow AI in medicinal use when a practitioner is present. It will not be like standalone solution. So a guardrail is very important around AI development.
Great. So, Nikhil, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show today. Thank you for sharing your insights and experiences. There is so much for our listeners to take away from this conversation.
Thank you, Robin. You're very kind.
To our listeners, thank you for joining us on this second episode of Omind Pulse. We hope you have gained some valuable insights into how AI is revolutionizing customer experience while keeping the human element at the forefront. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for some discussions on how technology is shaping the future of CX. Until next time, keep accelerating customer experience. Thank you.